Year 5 and 6 Ball Skills Video Support. Throughout this video you will see all 5 skills put together as part of the full Ball Skills Challenge. Whilst watching this video, take specific notice to the transitions made between each skill. Time can be made up and lost through these transitions. Player 1 should start with the ball and the timer should be started when the ball leaves Player 1's hands. Please note all players should stay on their mark during the 21 ball pass. If you move off your mark to retrieve the ball, you must return to your mark before making your pass. On completion of Skill 1, get ready to transition into Skill 2. Player 8 should pass the ball to Player 1, even numbers should get into a line at one end of the area and the odd numbers into a line at the other end. To start this skill, Player 1, 3, 5 and 7 should line up at one end and Players 2, 4, 6 and 8 should be lined up at the other. Player 1 starts with the ball and dribbles the ball halfway and then passes to Player 2 at the other end. Player 2 will then dribble halfway and pass the ball to Player 3 and so on. Once you have made your pass, make your way to the back of the opposite line. As a team, you'll make 16 passes in total, with each player going twice. Don't worry if you drop the ball, collect it quickly and carry on. On completion of Skill 2, you should look to get ready for Skill 3. Players make their way to one end of the area and stand in 2 lines. Odd numbers in one line and even numbers in another. Make sure that there are 3 meters between you. In your group of 8, you should now be in pairs. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. Players should remain 3 meters apart during this activity. Using a bounce pass with your partner, move down the court to the far end and back. Players must complete a minimum of 5 bounces to reach the end of the court, touch the ball down, on or over the line, and return completing at least 5 bounce passes on the way back. If you haven't got to the line on the 5th pass, you will need to do an additional pass until you get to the end line. Hand the ball to the next pair, who should repeat this process. All pairs must complete this challenge. On completion of Skill 3, you should look to get ready for Skill 4. Player 8 should give the ball to Player 1, who stands on their starting position, and all of the players line up in order on the opposite side of the area. Players can move into position for Skill 4 as pair 7 and 8 return down court. Player 1 starts with the ball. Player 2 runs in to receive the pass and passes back to Player 1. They then return to their position. Player 3 runs in only when Player 2 has passed the ball back and repeats this pattern. After Player 8 has returned the ball, all players on the line move along one space to their right in an anti-clockwise direction. Player 2 runs into the starting position where Player 1 was, and Player 1 moves into the space previously occupied by Player 8. Repeat this until all players have been in each position. In the video, you will now see player 8 taking control of the ball. As they make their successful passes, the players do not go back to their mark, instead they make their way to the post for the next skill. As you come to the completion of skill 4, as previously referenced, you can get yourself into position for skill 5. All players travel to the post and line up either side of it. Odd numbers on one side, even numbers on the other. Player 8 should give the ball to player 1, who will take the first shot. Player 1 starts with the ball, takes a shot, collects the ball and passes it to player 2, then goes to the back of the opposite line, for example behind player 8. Player 2 then takes a shot, collects the ball and passes it to player 3. This pattern should continue in order of player numbers until 8 goals are scored. Please note, players must be static to take their shot. You can move around the post or net to a better position if this is easier. In the event a goal is scored after hitting either the post or the backboard, this should still be counted. As soon as the 8th goal is scored, make sure you stop your timer. Good luck, but most of all, have fun.